Just walk out of the boardroom. Great meeting. Everyone giving high fives. You're feeling on top of the world. Before you go out the door, someone taps you on the shoulder. Got into that project yet that I talked to you about? And you feel this wave of guilt go over. You did forget. And it just slipped your mind. Surely you're in this position of high profile and importance. People will know that you forget, right? There has to be some grace offered. But with that wave of shame, you sheepishly respond with a little smirk on your face and say, yeah, sure, I'm working on it. Knowing that a small lie won't hurt here, right? You're not able to admit it. A formidable, strong leader, forget? Never. Instead, you say, yeah, I'm working on it. I get it. We've all been there. It's a dangerous space. But ask yourself the question, how many other small lies are you telling just to protect your image? Why is it so hard for you to admit when things aren't going perfectly? This is a big warning sign. It's a warning sign that your integrity is slipping and that your ego is actually out of control. You've slipped into the protecting space. And when you start protecting, there are probably three ways that you're going to protect. One, you're going to distance yourself from others because you don't want anyone else to know what's really going on. And two, you're going to become a little more critical of the things and people around you because you're going to try and deflect the attention to something that isn't yourself when you know that you should have actually done what you were supposed to do. And three, you're going to become much, much more self-centered and project a larger ego. It's all about you. It's all about your needs. It's all about your purpose and your importance, but not about anyone else's. And by projecting a larger ego, you're just literally showing people, stay away from me, and you become more scary of the result. Now, these are probably hard to admit, but if you're really truthful with yourself, you'll recognize that you do probably all three of those things. But guess what? You also have the power to stop the cycle. You're responsible for your choices. But if you're unaware of that cycle, it's going to control you, and it is going to affect your leadership. To help my clients in this journey, I use an instrument called the Leadership Circle Profile. It helps them match the proportion of reactive strategies they use to the proportion of creative competencies that they should be using. Mapping it out helps them see the areas for growth so that they can shift to belief and then shift to behavior and get different outcomes. It's not just about the wishy-washy 360 feedback that you get in other feedback reports of what people like, what they don't, what they want you to change. It's actually mapping your growth coming out of the reactive space into the 18 creative competencies that are both correlated with leadership effectiveness and business outcomes. When they see the map and they see the opportunities for growth, they can also start being in control of their choices again. Their ego, their protecting, their posturing, it all comes down. And really, the joy of leading all comes back. Leaders, you can be there today too. If you need an advocate in that journey, drop me a DM at the bottom of this message, or just send me a quick note and say something that you said made sense to me. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for being here, and thanks for showing up.